Hey everyone, this is Matt with Highline Financial Coaching, and this is On the Money with Matt. Today, the topic that I want to talk about is I hate money. Those are some words that have come out of my mouth multiple times, and part of the reason for that is for any of you watching this video, there's a lot of times where money has been one of the most difficult things to manage in my life. I remember one of the first times I got laid off from pharmaceuticals and sitting there wondering how on earth I was going to have enough money to pay our bills, to be able to just provide for the family. It wasn't even thrive. It was just, how do I cover our expenses? And I remember saying those words. I said, I hate money. Money is a very difficult thing to manage for a lot of people. So today the topic is we're going to talk about how having more than enough money in your life can change your lives, but also those around you. How life-changing money can get you to a point where you can take the person that you are, the generous person that you are, and you can take it to the next level. How a life of abundance can be something that's very beneficial for you and a lot of people around you. So, and I remember feeling that. I remember sitting in a workshop with a group of individuals that were very successful. And the first thing that the presenter said you needed to do was to be able to cash flow. And I looked at my wife and I said, we're not even cash flowing. Why are we even sitting in this presentation on wealth accumulation? And the feeling just was horrible, having that feeling of not having enough money. Also, money can destroy relationships. It can destroy marriages. It can destroy families. Part of the reason I do what I do is to help grow and help those families be able to manage the other difficulties in life other than having money. I had a client a couple of years ago that her and her husband were living in separate houses at the time. And a large part of that was because of finances. And when they were able to work hard, incredibly hard, to get back on top of their finances. They were able to move back in together, and it's incredible to see the change in their lifestyle now. Now that they're managing their finances correctly, they've paid off their debt. They worked. I credit a lot of that work to how hard they were willing to hunker down and pound away at it, and to be able to boost themselves to the next level as we manage their finances. So those people know who they are, and congratulations. It is so much fun to see people do that. That's why I do what I do. It's so rewarding when somebody's able to get out of that negative financial position and be able to thrive, and to be able to help others down the road do the same. So the first thing we want to talk about is financial freedom for yourself and your family. Imagine not having to worry about any unexpected expenses, medical bills, repairs. Not even worry when your car breaks down. You can go to the shop, pay for it, and it doesn't hurt. Imagine not worrying about the political environment we're in, because you know that you can maneuver some of your investments around and your finances around no matter what happens with gas prices, grocery prices, inflation, interest rates. So imagine that when you have more than enough, you can plan for your kids' education. You don't have to pick. You can pick wherever you want them to get educated and what you want to do. You can also enjoy more quality time together when you've got that ability. It's hard when you're trying to work all day long, taking on a second job. I had to do it one of the times when we lost our job. I was working all day for my job, and then I'd go do a side job at night. So I was putting in 16-hour days. Made it really hard to see my kids when they were asleep when I started working, and they were asleep when I finished working. So also helping others, you get that ripple effect. Money can do so much more than just buy material things. When you're financially secure, you have the power to give back, whether it's supporting local charities, helping friends and family in need, or contributing to causes that matter to you. And I've said this before, but there was one year where we were tight. It was Christmas time. It was really tight. We were trying to figure out how we were going to manage. We knew the kids were going to have less Christmas presents over the holidays, and we went to the door, and somebody rang our door, and at the time we didn't have a Ring camera, so we couldn't see who put it there, and there was an envelope with $1,000 in it. That $1,000 meant more than the money to my family and I. We actually put that money in a drawer, and we would only pull it out for special occasions. It's when we were able to, we agreed that we were going to utilize that money for things to grow our to make our family closer together. So helping others, that's what got us started and made it so that we want to do more as we grow in our financial management. So also, opportunities for growth and experiences. When you're able to provide for your basic needs, you're able to open things up for improving your physical health, working on your mental health. A lot of other things come into play when you're able to cover your basic needs and have more in abundance. So finding that financial abundance creates more memories and makes it so that you have the time. Now, that doesn't mean you have to go on a Disney cruise every year, or you have to go to Europe or provide these exotic vacations. But a lot of times it means you've got the time to be able to go to your kid's baseball game or do a date night with your spouse, and be able to have the time and freedom to grow those relationships the way that they should be grown. And so having that ability frees that up and makes it easier. I know when my wife and I had younger kids, it was so hard to get a date night just because a babysitter costs more than the date itself. So when you can get into that position, it helps, drastically helps you get to that position. Also, when you've got more with your money, you're able to start building wealth for your family and generations to follow and help with that. We had an investment recently that we actually got rid of, but it was one that we bought, and the kids loved helping with it. They loved finding companies that we were going to go approach with this product, and it made it more fun to work together, and the kids were seeing that grow and benefit. We also had have a condo up in Salt Lake City that we use for Airbnb, and for the first year we would clean that condo every time somebody stayed there, and we'd bring the kids up and they'd help us with that. And it made them see what they can work for, what they can get into down the road. And hopefully we have one of those that we purchase together as a family and include the kids in that investment. So now, how do you get there? Now, it's not as hard as you think. It really isn't. We've coached thousands of people into a position where you can start to accumulate those assets and get to that next level. So one of my mentors always said, we buy assets, not stuff. And when you buy assets, the assets cover the expense for the other stuff that you want. And we coach people into getting those assets, whether they're starting your 401k or getting into a first house or an investment property. How do you get there? It's very easy to make those simple steps where you start growing that wealth and getting to that goal that you have. And that's where we love helping people get to that next point, because you're probably a lot closer than you think. You're doing a lot better than you think. So if you're ready to start that journey to financial freedom, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, leave us a comment, or contact us, and we can get you a complimentary analysis of your finances and see where you're at, see how close it is, and how quickly we can get you to that point so that you can start enjoying that more abundance and hopefully quit saying those words that I did, that I hate money words, because again, it was a lot of frustration and anger that were tied up in that statement that I made. And I've made it more than once. I've been there, I've felt that pain, and that's why I do what I do now, is because I don't like it, and I want to make sure that as many people as I can help don't have to feel that pain on a daily basis. So this is Matt. I'm with Highline Financial Coaching. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you.